Dry Oasis, and these are my co-hosts Kirby and Snorlax in the background. Say hello, Kirby and Snorlax. Hi-yo! And anyways, like always, I'm joined by my good co-special friend FuzzyCow.
Hey, Stream, how are you doing?
Alright, so last time we got the ball rolling with the third investigation, finding out who killed Jack Hammer and to find out why Jack Hammer stole the Steel Samurai costume and how he did that, and trying to find out who murdered Jack Hammer. Right?
We should be near the end of that one, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's the final trial.
Very exciting.
Alright. Yep, I would like to load the selected data.
Now, I just need to warn you, I have no memory of the voices I used in the last two streams, so bound to be weird.
Alright, that's fine with me.
October 20th, 10 a.m., District Courtroom, number 4.
Rebel, 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 rebel.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defendant presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call upon people present at Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well.
Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Wah, 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 wah. Rebel, 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 rebel.
You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. She's also a mafioso, but that's neither here nor there.
And she's also smoking indoors.
Will the witness state her name and occupation?
I think smoking indoors is illegal nowadays, but I guess in Japanifornia that's allowed.
Yeah, you don't see that in California. I know for sure it's D. Vasquez. I'm the producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, were you in the trailer in Studio 2? As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I am not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. I don't want her to give up on the Steel Samurai. Not yet. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down. So to speak. Day of the murder.
I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp and ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio One. I was petite, so I had Sal with me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Mr. Hammer's body later when it all went to Studio One. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, with the monkey's head toppling over.
Van added to the court record.
I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Day of the murder. Okay, so this one is present, but this one's going to be a little bit tricky in a sense from what we know of the information. So, where do you first off the statement that you want to present on, like contradict said statement with said evidence.
So the thing that's bugging me is that the monkey's head was cleared at 4 o'clock, right? So what's the van trying to accomplish? And even if the van was there, it would be blocking the path with the tree, the monkey's head, right? So I don't think that's it.
This one? I have no idea which.
I don't think that's it.
Let's see here. Let's just go here and see.
Okay. A little bit before noon, which is fine. 12 sharp and ended at 4. That's in agreement with everything that we know. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so what's the Studio One? I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. That's fine. 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Okay, that's fine too. This is a weird thing to challenge. I don't think that means anything.
All right, there's nothing about the whole van thing.
Oh, okay.
Well, Nick, find anything? I kind of wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. but I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction to what she said somewhere. Right, so
If we look at our evidence, maybe we're
sure.
supposed to present some evidence. It would be nice to know what we have.
All right,
It's been a
the
while.
van.
I don't think that's particularly relevant. So the van is kind of important, right? Because it was used. That's for Will Powers to show that he was drugged into having a nap.
All right.
So I don't think that's relevant here. The back one. Again, Will Powers being drugged by Jack. Right, previous.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going. Go to the next one. 5, an accident involving Jack Hammer. This one seems like it's going to come up, but it's not going to come up yet. Block path to scene of crime between 2:15 and 4 o'clock. I think the monkey's head saying 2:15 and 4 o'clock, that's the thing that we want to show her.
All right, but where do we show her that?
So here's another thing that might be interesting. Jack Hammer in the samurai suit. Can we show her the picture of Jack's hammer in the samurai suit when they said that they took a break at 2:30?
All right. All right.
Yeah, right here. I think we want to show her this picture.
I don't see anything contradictory. Really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. Whoops, that didn't go so well.
So that's clearly not it.
I'll just be skipping over that dialogue for any points.
So we don't. It's not that Jack Hammer showed up, right? That's not the thing that we're gonna try to claim.
Yeah, we're not trying to claim that. Maybe Jack Hammer showed up during the break.
I was hoping to have that added to her testimony, right? Say that Jack Hammer was there, but that's not relevant. Let's go one picture to the right, please.
It's a guide map. Not really very important.
That's not relevant. Yeah. So I do think the most relevant thing is the monkey's head.
All right.
So let's try to see how that fits in.
Want to present here?
I want to present. I don't think that this is the exact spot that we want to present.
All right.
Can we go back one?
Okay, let's see.
Can you only go forwards through these, or can you go backwards?
Hold on a moment. See here. Okay, this is the one that was before that one. Sorry, you can go back. I was trying. This is the one beforehand, so.
So she's saying she's fatigued. There's no reason to. The monkey doesn't make as much sense as I thought it would with that context. I'm a little confused.
Okay, let's see here. I'm going to be totally honest. Okay, so do you remember over at the trailer area what the table looks like?
Sure.
All right, so what was on the outside table?
So on the outside table, I believe there was. I want to say there's 2 plates and a bottle of wine.
Was there anything suspicious about the about the 2 plates in general.
Not to my knowledge.
Want me
I
to?
know that Sal ate a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, which is, crazy. But I don't think she would do that. So her comment saying that they both had T-bone steaks, is that the part that you're trying to
Yeah.
challenge?
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay, to be fair, want me to do this part because
Sure.
this is probably one of the most tricky situations, and we have no context for this, so much people won't. Since you probably don't remember this, let's do this. Objection. As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak, but I say you did not.
Well, what's this now, Mr. Wright?
Look at this.
That's a plate.
This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind.
Mr. Wright, need I remind you, it was a T-bone steak.
Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Okay, so you see how really odd this statement is if you didn't have former context with this, so there were
you're
no...
saying there's no bones on these plates, which is difficult to organize, yeah.
Yeah. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. Okay, so what do you want to show? Okay, which one do you want to do?
The one that implies the most is you didn't eat the steak.
Alright.
15 minutes is a fast time to eat. We're acknowledging that previously. And then all of the other stuff doesn't really change context.
Alright. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator.
I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Well, we all know it's obvious, but let's do it anyways.
Meeting the Steel Samurai.
She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Rumble, 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 rumble. Rebel.
Order. Are you saying?
Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands.
Mr. Wright. Isn't that a little presumptuous? Objection. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Mr. Wright? You say I did it.
Yes.
Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I.
Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick.
Let's see. What was the murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear.
Yes?
I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use the heavy spear as a weapon?
Mm,
You couldn't, could you?
true.
She didn't use the spear.
I
Because the
think
spearhead broke.
I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would, unless they were Jackhammer or Will Powers.
Ha! You see.
Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case.
Meaning?
This samurai spear was not the murder weapon.
What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body.
I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon, like you said.
The spear.
I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon.
But this is the murder weapon.
Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. Oh no, not her. Get away from my screen, you! Get away! She fixed it with duct tape. Oh, thank God she's over. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest?
Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I am the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Hmm? Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you are saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell, what was? How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer?
Would I make a claim that I couldn't tell you what the murder weapon was?
I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well. Let's see this murder weapon then.
Okay, so what do you think it was?
We take the photo of Jack Hammer's reaction.
Sure, let's do it. Take that! Look at this photograph. Every time it makes me laugh. How the heck did her eyes get so red? And what the hell indeed is on Joey's head?
What's this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing atop the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright. What is all of this about?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios.
What does this have with the current case?
Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest?
What? Are you saying?
Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again!
Mr. Wright, continue.
It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss Eve Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. So whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die? For 5 years ago?
Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? I'm thinking about that one song from the Devil's Playthings from Futurama. No, that is irony. I forgot how the part before that goes, but isn't it ironic? It's like rain on your wedding day.
Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff.
You deny that what I say is true?
Mr. Wright. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died in the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio One, was it not? and in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming I carried the body to Studio One and returned to the trailer, all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body?
Hmm.
The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death? Been carried to Studio One and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
So, what do we know of our evidence?
Well, I'm confused here because I bet she couldn't move it.
All right.
I bet the van moved it, right?
All right.
I think the evidence is the van.
All right. So,
So I bet she had another way.
right. What if she had another way to carry the body other than with her own hands?
For instance,
Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body.
interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body.
The van. Take that! Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio One, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. You used the van to carry the body to Studio One. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume.
Objection. Hold on, Mr. Wright. Don't forget it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Yeah, he was a conspirator.
Of course, we want to send that director guy to jail anyways. He's a perv. Of course, Manella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put inside the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget, they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator, too, like their steaks. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue?
No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose, you win. It was fun.
I win? Do I get a medal? Okay. So, what happens next? Don't me. Don't you have anything to say?
What would you like me to say?
Huh? I lost? Something like that?
I just said that.
Wait, so you mean Steve Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer. Okay.
Who can say?
Huh?
Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright? We just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle proved the possibility that I murdered him.
Right.
That is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright.
What? What?
Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Um, hmm, hmm. Of course it is, as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof.
Edgeworth isn't sure.
Well, I came here as a witness today. If you leave no more questions, I will be leaving.
What do I do now? Just for the heck of it.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
I was hoping I'd come up with a question while pounding on my desk. I didn't.
You have my sympathies.
Damn! Damn! To come so far, only to fail.
As it seems there are no further questions. I would like to end the cross-examination of Miss Vasquez.
So, this is why I chose that specific dialogue choice.
Objection. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well.
You know how funny that is when both the defense and prosecution both do it. Oh, that was hilarious. Anyways,
Objection! Your Honor. I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I am your witness. I just want to hear testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth. I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly do you want her to testify about? Well, yes, Indeed, verily I say. Ergo, I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body?
After they found the body? After they found the body?
Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Nick, when did Edgeworth? Who knows? He probably realized that she did it too. But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that, Edgeworth. Witness testimony after finding the body.
I was with Sally and Old Bag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called for the police. Then Powers showed up. The security lady, Old Bag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying, "He did it." I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. Well, we know she left her script at Studio One. I see no issues raised by this testimony.
Maybe it was a different script. I mean, the script that she was looking over there was for episode 13. Maybe they were just working on the current episode, whatever the heck it was.
That's fair. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close, real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. After finding the body. Okay, so this one is press.
All right.
So
this one's totally fine, right? This
okay.
is knowledge. This one feels weird because the assistant never claimed that they were there when the body was found. But I don't think that's like a big deal.
Right?
I don't think I care.
Right?
This is in line with previous statements. It's also not a big deal. This feels a little weird. Let's press here.
Right? Hold it! You asked to be left out?
Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing.
But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question.
Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us.
Covered for you? Or covered it up for you? There must have been a lot of writing on it, with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. Since you had, like, something to question about this anyways, let's do it.
Yeah,
Hold it!
here too.
The script and your direction notes?
Yes, they're quite valuable. I wouldn't do to have them stolen.
No, I guess not. Press harder. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes?
Well, I was under the impression we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything.
Why?
There was a murder, after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please continue. Objection. Your Honor. I have an objection to the witness's last statement.
Huh?
I think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have to have known about the murder before going to Studio One.
Rebel, 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 rebel.
Order, order. Mr. Edgeworth. What you've just said. is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would be making such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate your concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez. Do you have an explanation?
I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me.
So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Hmm? Very well. The witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Jack Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left him behind.
Them behind, but... What do we
What?
know?
It wasn't Jack Hammer that was injured, it was supposed to be Will Powers that was injured.
Objection! You know that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was a Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers.
What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo, but that's just because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Pretending?
One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think that it was Mr. Hammer who was injured?
I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong.
I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would it tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes.
Yes, but... Wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Ah.
And when was he doing this?
Well... It would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume. And went to Studio 2, where he was murdered.
Exactly! Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And then Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were so confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Rubble, 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 rubble.
Order! Order! I will have order! Witness? Can you refute this claim? Hmm.
Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Miss Vasquez.
Very well. I don't know why I'm saying that voice. Very well. I have a question for you.
Kirk, are the real killers always so persistent?
Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. He had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Hmm. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? There are reasons. It is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Huh? Well, of course I can. Okay, I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. Okay, what do you think it is?
Gotta be the 5-year-old photo, right?
All right, take that.
Theoretically, he's... Sorry.
No, go on ahead.
Um, Theoretically, Mr. Hammer is trying to get out of the shell that she has placed him in, blackmail.
All right. This is my proof. This is
This is the photo from before.
This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez?
Huh.
5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom.
His guilt weighed on him. Down, no doubt.
However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change.
Huh. Bring us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as evil magistrate.
Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
Hmm. One moment, Mr. Wright. Are we talking about motives here? Yet you only have talked about Mr. Hammer. Almost seems as if. As if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say. I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright? Please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
Alright, so what do you think it is?
Vasquez, why would Miss Vasquez kill Will or Jack Hammer?
Right.
So the story that I'm telling
Right?
is that Miss Vasquez was trying to pitch Will Powers. I'm sorry. She had no motive for murder. Jack Hammer went to the set to kill this Miss Vasquez, and Miss Vasquez retaliated, killing Will or Jack Hammer.
Alright, let's just see how
Jack
this...
was trying to frame Will Powers.
Right. Let's do it. Nope. She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense.
What's that now?
It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez.
What? What?
Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Will Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had cruelly taken advantage of him all these years. All she did was push him off the stairs. So, you did it, didn't? So, you did do it, didn't you?
Yes. I'm guilty. It was me.
Someone call an ambulance! There's blood everywhere! We're too late! Miss Vasquez!
What happened here?
Manuel fell from the trailer stairs.
Manuel! Manuel!
Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm.
No, no! How could this?
It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and...
No, Manuel! Manuel!
Don't touch him! Miss Vasquez!
No! Please, please do not die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again.
Rebel, 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 rebel.
Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
It appears you have brought yet another miracle.
I thank you, Your Honor.
I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you are right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Yay!
Yay!
We did it!
Yahoo!
That is all. This court is adjourned. October 20th, 1:12 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Yes, but it's sad. I know, though, that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. Bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. But to think that he would try to frame me for the murder. It makes me sad. Tell me, why, Mr. Wright?
Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I always wanted to hear you say Mr. Hammer did it that way. Huh?
Tell me.
Oh well, Jodel, right? I'm about to summon it.
Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because it's because you were the Steel Samurai.
Because I was the Steel Samurai?
Because you were the Steel Samurai. Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kids show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you.
I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time.
I think you're missing the point.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over.
So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP!
Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume, man. Oh. Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Ah! Nick! Edgeworth!
Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk.
Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth.
You don't waste any time gloating, do you?
No. I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers.
Liar! I mean, you tried to get this guy guilty.
Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years.
Meet again?
However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings.
Unnecessary feelings?
Yes, unease and uncertainty.
Aren't those things kind of necessary?
They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came to tell you.
And then he vanished.
Mr. Wright.
Are you two by chance, okay, just going to straight off ask you, was that dialogue in any way subtle? The, that's where we basically got. This is basically one of the instigations between the obvious Phoenix Wright and Miles Edgeworth fan fiction. Just those words alone. Could you probably. Do you ever see them in a relationship?
No, I, I don't
Okay,
engage in fanfic, but
unnecessary feelings.
oh,
Yep, I think they were trying to go one way, but definitely it can be misinterpreted that way.
all right. Well, that's what people want to ship.
Yep, that's definitely one of the most interesting ships, Wrightworth.
Was that guy your friend?
What? Friends as if? They're rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me, what's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And I never told her, ever. And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kid shows again, and you'll never believe it. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're going to watch it with me, right? Right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd go seriously through with it. You'd have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and the assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? Wonder if they'll show his face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real powers. There was another murder on set, but we'll have to take care of that later.
All right. We did it!
Yay, another episode. So yeah,
Could we take a short break before we launch into this one?
sure.
Thank you. I apologize.
I'm going to save this. I'm just going to save, but yeah.
Yes, please do. Thank you.
Yeah, right. Anyways, until how long? I guess until like 10:35, maybe. I don't know. Right, so we'll be right back. Right? After these messages, after these messages, after these messages, after these messages, we'll be right back. Right back. Oh.
Welcome back.
Hey there,
Thank you
FuzzyCow.
for giving me that break.
Yeah, I definitely needed it as well, my end. So, how do you like the third case?
Yeah, the third case was kind of interesting. Um, so first off, we didn't know who the murderer was, and it wasn't really truly revealed till near the end. Second, like the motives was also a true mystery. So the reason why Jack Powers would um, put Will Powers to sleep to show up at a secret meeting, that whole thing just confused me for the longest time. And they
Right.
did a really good job of building up towards that revelation.
All right. Let's see here. Sure, sure. Many people consider this a filler episode, and some people, and in some cases, people kind of try to skim over it because of an unfortunate kind of thing called the third case syndrome, where the third case of a game like Ace Attorney is not really as good as the other cases, but even I kind of tend to say that I kind of disagree because this game is actually, at least that case, the case Turnabout Samurai is really good in some aspects because of the lore of the Steel Samurai and how much of an icon he would be later on. But that alone is just really because of the theme song and how it rocks. And yeah, let's see here.
The trappings of a television show being the case or being the location, that's a real thing. Like I'm interested in that, but
Yeah, yeah. Although I guess the only thing I would kind of agree on and criticize would definitely be the second investigation. So much backtracking happens there. Like,
Mhm.
a bit much. Anyways, so yeah, that was Turnabout Samurai, and this is Turnabout Goodbyes. Now, just a
Okay.
heads up, we none of us are going to say anything for this. We are just going to watch and
Okay.
see what happens. Huh?
Um, you're still on an intermission screen.
Oh, hold on a moment. What? Miles?
Mr. Edgeworth.
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. Mr. Edgeworth gave love a bad name. Anyways, Christmas, 10 o'clock, 10:08 a.m., right in Code Law offices. Hey, Nick! Do you know if there are any good waterfalls around here? Waterfalls? Dare I ask why? Duh, Nick, isn't it obvious? I need a waterfall to stand under, preferably a freezing one. Oh, is that part of your spirit medium training? Of course! Except I've been slacking off lately. I've been watching too much Pink Princess lately. I need to brave the elements and be fortune new under the rushing spring waters. Um, okay. I don't know about any falls per se, but Gord Lake is pretty close. Oh, darn. Sorry, but them's the breaks. Can you just take a cold shower or something? Good idea. So much for rushing spring waters. Next in the news. A large unidentified animal was sighted at Gourd Lake. The town is buzzing with excitement. Locals are calling it Gordy in tip of the hat to Nessie, the Loch Ness monster, though its namesake Nessie had proved to be a hoax. Locals are confident their Gordy is the real deal. Yawn, boring. Can't they just show real news for a change? Nick? Huh? The water pressure's kind of low in the shower. You want more pressure, huh? Why don't you go down to the fire department and have them spray you with the hose? Good idea, Nick. Apparently, Feyblood is no way in detecting sarcasm. We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. More Gordy news. Strange occurrences continue at Gourd Lake, but this time it's murder. Gourd Lake again? The body of a man was found in the lake early this morning. A suspect was apprehended. Sources inside the police department revealed that the suspect name is Miles Edgeworth, age 24. Edgeworth was an up-and-coming prosecutor known for his skill and connections. It was guaranteed a long and rewarding career. Has he thrown it all away? Huh?
He's
Edgeworth?
24?
Yeah, he's that young. Must have gotten out of law school that early. What's going on? Edgeworth would never do something like... Nick? Yipes! Maya! The fireman yelled at me when I called him. We've got bigger things to worry about than that. They arrested Edgeworth. What? You mean the prosecutor? Yeah, he's a suspect in a murder. What? When? Where? Whom? Why? How? And who? What? Where? Why? How? Who? What? Where? Why? How? And what? I don't know. Let's go find out, Nick. What to do? Well, what should we do? What do you mean? Let's investigate. We should talk to Mr. Edgeworth and check out the crime scene. Right. We need more information. Save aimlessness and confusion for later. Any ideas? Well, got any good ideas? No, not really. I do my best thinking when I'm standing underneath the waterfall. Right? To the detention center. Christmas. Detention center visitors room. You know, Nick, we've all been in here one time or another, haven't we? I guess it comes with the territory. I'm not sure it's something we should mention to too many people. Ah! Hey, Edgeworth, come back! I want to catch you in a Pokeball.
What are you doing here?
Nick, I don't think he's in a very good mood. Well, he is in detention center. He's likely not going to get out by second period. Were you in a good mood when you were here?
So you've come to laugh at the fallen attorney. Then laugh, laugh. Well, why aren't you laughing?
Nick, should we be laughing? Nah, it's a trick. Laugh and he'll get mad, or burst into tears. Edgeworth, we don't have so much free time we can spend it coming down here to laugh at you.
Yes, you do.
Actually, he's right.
I hoped you wouldn't come. I didn't want you to see me. Not like this.
I didn't want to see you like this either, believe me. And we're talking about Gourd Lake first. The murder took place at Gourd Lake, correct?
Yes, late last night.
The lake is a long way from away. The lake is a long way away from your offices and the courthouse. Why were you down there?
I see no need to tell you.
Mr. Edgeworth, you you did you didn't really?
Gordy,
Huh?
I went to see Gordy.
Gordy? What's that? I'll tell you later. I want Edgeworth to talk to us. What happened? Edgeworth, tell me what happened.
Why should I? What are you going to do about it?
Duh, we're going to help you, that's what.
Help me? You? Don't be ridiculous.
Sorry?
You're a novice. You've only been in 3 trials.
Hey!
Sure, you got lucky and won all 3. But your luck is bound to run out someday. You need real skill, right? Experience.
Nick, he's insulting you. Nick? I'm always the one who has to get angry. Okay, this is obvious.
Your attorney's badge?
Edgeworth, let me defend you.
Ha ha ha. Good one, right? But I'm not that hard up. Not yet.
What do you mean by that? Hold on. Phew! Sorry?
Me? Trust a wet behind the ears lawyer with only 3 trials under his belt? Never.
What?
My case is near hopeless, right? Every defense attorney I've talked to has turned me down.
What?
Simply put, they're afraid I'd lose. It occurred to me that it might be my fault that they lack confidence. After all, I did get every single one of their clients declared guilty.
I don't believe it. Maybe it's just revenge on you being such a jerk to them. And they want revenge by not doing anything about it.
Regardless, I don't want you involved in this. You in particular, I cannot ask to do this.
Edgeworth, this is really hard for me to ask. But you didn't do it, right? Right?
Think what you will. I have only one request.
Huh?
stay out of this case.
Why? But Nick is trying to help you.
I know that. But I don't want your help, okay?
Why not?
Look, just go away and leave me alone.
Nick? Mr. Edgeworth did it, didn't he? Maya, let's go investigate elsewhere. But Nick... Right? Into Gourd Lake entrance. Christmas, Gourd Lake Park entrance. This is where it happened? Yeah, Gourd Lake is in the middle of this park. I can see some police walking around in there. Questioning people, probably. Hey, isn't that Detective Gumshoe over there?
Well, pal? There's enough of us here. Anyone found anything?
Sorry, sir. Nothing.
Idiot, that trial's tomorrow. We need clues on the double.
But, sir, there weren't any clues. That's why we arrested that attorney, Mr. Edgeworth. It's clear, sir. He's the one who...
Shut up. It's just you trying to say that again. Just you try saying that again. I'll make you sorry if you do. Just get out of my face, pal.
Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe is kind of scary today.
Recruits, peh. Ah.
Eek!
Hey, you're that hairy butts.
Right, Phoenix Wright. Will he ever learn my name?
And just what are you doing here, pal? Investigating?
Well, yes, I suppose.
Well, I'm here to help. Ask me anything you want. Bring it.
He seems different than usual. Wonder what's up. Mr. Edgeworth hasn't actually asked us to defend him yet.
Huh? Oh, you don't say.
Detective Gumshoe? Do you know what happened here?
Huh? You don't know, pal?
No.
Wow. Okay, Mr. Head in the pink fluffy clouds, lawyer.
Head in the... huh?
Never mind. I'll tell you. Happened last night, about 15 minutes after midnight. There was a boat out on Gourd Lake. In that boat were 2 men. One of those men shot the other with a pistol.
And the shooter was Mr. Edgeworth?
cop who arrived on scene arrested him.
How did they get there so fast?
Well, there was a witness. When the report came in, we raced to the lake.
A witness? You don't think Mr. Edgeworth is a murderer, do you?
Absolutely not. It's impossible. I don't care if there's a witness either. I don't believe a lick of it.
Right, who cares what the witness says? I care. You really believe in him, don't you, detective?
Of course I do. But the police are pretty sure he's the killer. Nobody's really taking the investigation that seriously.
Oh no!
After all the help Miss Edgeworth has been to us. Hard to imagine that no one's standing up on us to take his side.
Well, at least you are, detective. At least you are. Who was this witness?
Sorry, pal, that's confidential. Anyway, the witness saw everything, apparently. I'm sure they'll turn up at the trial tomorrow.
Was there only that one witness?
Yep, it was pretty cold out on the lake last night. It was Christmas Eve, after all. Still, we're being thorough. You never know when you're going to turn up another witness. And that's why we're here today, checking things out. So far, we're coming up empty.
Oh, it's Christmas today. I'd forgotten. What are you getting me for Christmas, Nick? Talk to Santa. Is it true? No one will take Mr. Edgeworth's case?
Yeah. He's a bit of a celebrity. If you defend him and lost, your reputation be sure to suffer. What's more, the case against him is, well, it's pretty solid.
I suppose it would be if they have a witness.
Hey, pal. Don't tell me you're gonna turn your back on him too. Remember the Steel Samurai case? Mr. Edgeworth helped you get your client declared innocent.
I know. I went to Edgeworth. I tried. He really doesn't want us to represent him. Especially not us, he said.
What? Well, that doesn't make any sense, pal. Should have heard him talking after that last trial. Kept saying, right, 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 over and over again.
Nick, I'm not sure if that's a good sign. Neither am I.
Why wouldn't he want your help? I don't get it.
Detective Gumshoe, sir!
What, find something?
No, sir, not yet. But there was a call from the precinct. They want to hold an investigation briefing.
A briefing? Right, I'm off. Oh. Sorry, pal. I guess you heard. I gotta go. Any last things you want to ask before I head back?
No one? We don't really. I mean, he's going to be a little bit of help to us, maybe, so why not? Us,
Yeah.
how to.
How do we get in touch with him?
You're
Feels
not,
like he's working with us on this case.
Yeah.
So
you're not coming back, Detective?
probably not, pal.
So, what should we do if we have something to talk to you about?
Right. Here, I'll show you how to get to the precinct. Come down and see me anytime.
Directions to the police station received from Detective Gumshoe. Oh, hey, Detective Gumshoe.
What?
We'd like to take a look around in the park. Can we walk around?
Yeah, no problem, pal. You got my permission.
You know, Nick, I think there's something to be said for talking to people when they're busy. Yeah, they don't have the time to. Yeah, they don't have time to think about not giving you information. Right. Now let's get investigating. All right. So I'm just going to save here.
Yep.
And all right. So, yeah, this will be the end of our stream today. So, yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Gotta turn the little birdies in.
Yep.
Sorry, gotta turn the little bird sound effects off in the background. So, yeah. What were you saying, FuzzyCow?
Thank you for having me. I'm glad we were able to finish Turnabout Samurai.
Yep.
The
And
next
now
case, this one's with our main character, Miles.
Yep, it's Turnabout Goodbyes, and so far we ended it a little early around Turnabout Goodbyes, but yeah, this upcoming one is one of my favorites. I won't tell you why specifically, but this one is one of the best cases out of any Ace Attorney game. I can tell you that. So yeah,
Sounds good.
right. This has been Dry Oasis. I've been your host, and these have been my co-hosts Kirby and Snorlax. What do you have to say, Kirby? Pio, 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 pio. It looks like Kirby's curious of where this one's going to head off to. And yeah. Do you have anything to add, FuzzyCow?
Not at this time.
All right.
Feed the fifth.
All right. As always, you can follow or subscribe to me on my YouTube or Twitch, donate to me on my Patreon, or follow me on my X or Twitter account. This has been my stream of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I've been your host, Dry Oasis, and I will catch you later. Bye bye.